Hello everybody, this is Austin, otherwise known as the Twisted Doctor on this channel. Today I wanted to talk about Lich Queen Annette, and this build is created by hatcreatue. He is a very good friend of mine. He is very good at this game. He's really cool. Please check his channel out. But today I wanted to talk about his build that he recommended for me to try out. The reason why he wanted to is because he saw my build, my video that I posted on my build, and he was like, wow, you're very aggressive, very good. And then I went to him and I was like, hey, how do I make better videos? How do I get you guys to start watching my videos, more people to start watching them? And he said, really, you just got to keep going. And he gave me a suggestion. How about this? You take other people's builds and play with their builds. And I was like, that's not a good idea. I mean, what am I talking about? That's a good idea. I was about to say, that's not a bad idea. Um, that's a pretty bad idea, anyways. But he was like, "Hey, try this build out. This is a good build." And I was like thinking in my head, I really liked it whenever he played my build because I got to see his reaction. So I'm just like, if a viewer asked me to play with their build and I play with their build and they watch me play with it, see my reaction, I think they would get kind of into the video. It'd get me more views from that particular person. He would share the video, share that I take build requests. Other people would do it. They'd watch my videos too. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and I will also show off some of my stuff that I use. But yeah, I'm going to be showing off his build, and I'm going to be showing off my build. I'm going to be showing a video of a game I did with his build, and a video of a game that I did with my version of the build that I thought was pretty fun. Neither of them again got to area 3. I cannot show off the full power of this build. I got into one game yesterday where I got to area 3. It was on downtown, and I lost. It was one of my first games with the build, and let me tell you, this is very expensive. This card right here is a very expensive card, especially with Lich Queen Annette. It kind of, I don't know, like you have to have a swarm going, otherwise this card is really going to put you under. Literally, in that situation, I would have been happy with double detonators or concentrated enhancer instead of this guy, or maybe even like a regen. He probably wouldn't have done that much work because of the sprays, but he is very expensive. Area 1 and 2 is the funnest you're gonna get. I wish there was more options for area 3 for his build in particular. We need a better card for this build, because this is not doing it. For this build in particular, it's just very expensive unless you get a good rhythm with this card, but even then it's going to cost 4. That's 4 of your bio energy just gone. So yeah, that's almost half of your limit of bio energy. But yeah, let's just talk about the build, and then let's talk about my build, and then we'll show you the games. So I'm choosing Beastmaster for this build in particular. He said you can use any one of these you want. I'm not going to stop you and say, hey, Beastmaster is the best. This is my opinion. Bloodthrust sucks. That's all I'm going to say. That's my opinion. You can say it's the best thing in the game, but I think it sucks. I think Beastmaster is pretty good. I think Fury's okay. I don't like Fury that much. Fury is something that you can use if you make a mistake with G Birkin. It's not the best thing in the world, but I think Beastmaster is pretty fun with this deck because you can have insanely fast dogs, and if you get uh, any of these, it's just going to make your dogs regen health a lot faster, gain more bio energy than usual, and become infectious and have greatly increased infection. So yeah, that's really nice. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is buffs. This is going to basically increase the effects of your vapors, which is going to make it to where you have vapor regen, which is going to make your creatures regen their health back a lot faster than normal. Make them a lot more faster than normal. Bio energy they gain back will be a lot more, and they're going to make survivors infected a lot faster. Then we have enhancement, greatly increases the health of all creatures. I agree with this, but the deck is very expensive. So I would go with something like creature efficiency, literally. But enhancement, it's okay. It's okay. It definitely, you can definitely feel that your creatures are very, very chunky whenever you're using it. Yes, I said that. Okay, then you got ambush. Possibly one of the best things about this deck because it is a very cheap creature. It costs 0. It's going to help you cycle your deck. You know what I mean? It's possibly the best thing about this. I'm going to be honest. The parasite, Nemesis's creature, the Nie is a really good creature to take control of, but at the same time, it's really luck based because it depends on the vapors that you get that makes it as strong as it is. The best vapors I can think of is Berserker and Bioleech, possibly Infection, because and you know you're not going to get all of them unless you set up in one room and try to get all the zombies in that one room. And I'm a very aggressive player. I like to constantly attack the survivors. So you won't see me just setting up in a room really far away that often. But I like to get these two, and makes it to where he's really fast and he gains a lot of bio energy. Tough zombie, double tough zombie, possibly. I'm not going to say it's the worst card in the deck because it is an Area 3 card, but it's definitely a very expensive card. I'll talk about a change for it. Everything else here, I didn't change. I didn't change anything here, and I did not change the equipment for my other deck. But let's talk about the equipment. Resilience Skin 3, very good. Fortifying virus, it's these are okay. It makes it to where your main zombie that you're taking control of is very hard to deal with. A very chunky boy, very chunky. Then you have unstable generator. This definitely does its job. It's going to get you a lot of bio energy, which is okay if everything wasn't so goddamn expensive. Everything is very expensive. I'm not going to say that this build is bad. I think it's actually a very fun build. It is a very fun build if you get a rhythm going with your vapors and your creatures and your discount. It is a very fun build, very satisfying build, filling up a room and constantly getting everything buffed in Area 1. I cannot tell you how many games I have slaughtered people with this build. But against good players, it is very challenging to use. It is very challenging. I only lost one game with this build, and that was on downtown. I think I talked about it earlier. This team absolutely slaughtered me. They actually made my Birkin look like shit, which was surprised the hell out of me. But it was very hard to use that one game. It was a very frustrating game because I found myself having little to no bio energy at all times, and every time I would put discount on one camera, that camera would immediately be shot out, and my costing 1 vapors wouldn't do anything. These would go back to 3, this would go back to 4, and it would just be a very expensive deck. I mean, sorry, 2 and 3 because of the efficiency mod creatures. Sorry about that. I don't know why I said that. But yeah. Now I want to talk about my changes to the build, that my version. First off, please play with this build. Please try it out. Very fun build to run. Don't just change it just because I say something. I'm not saying that it is a bad build in any way. I am not saying that I dislike the build. I will definitely use it in the future whenever I just want to try it out, you know, and play with something different. I will definitely use it. But this is my changes to the build to fit more of my play style. This is kind of a different play style. This build in particular is a very different play style for me. But I'm fixing to show you guys the difference. So literally I am changing this to liquor regen, and this is the deck. This is the deck that I am using. So let's talk about why I'm using liquor regen. The reason why is because mixed with buffs, it kind of makes it to where everything around it is going to gain health back very fast, because if you don't know what buffs does, it increases the effects of the buff, and this is going to make it to where your regen and everything around it is going to regen health insanely fast, which means that players are going to have to focus fire on a creature in order to make it die. And mixed with enhancement and resilient skin 3, it's going to make them a little bit chunky, not as chunky as some of my other builds, but they're going to have to focus fire on these creatures, otherwise they're just going to regen their health back very fast, and they're going to you know, keep going on the survivors. And then we have Zombie Dog, Zombie, Viag Zombie, my favorite card to use, Tracker Mine, Crawling Zombie, Efficiency Mod Creatures, Power Limiter Mod, Generator Mod Small, and Nemesis's Parasite creature, the newest creature in the game. I actually really like this card. If you look at this build, it's actually not much different to my defense and enhancement and tough zombie berserker build. The only difference really with this is we took out the tough zombie berserker aura. We added ambush, which is a free creature. We added Nemesis's Parasite in replacement of your berserker tough zombie, and instead, and he doesn't have a buff, he doesn't have an aura where he can share his buffs. We're just going to use efficiency mod vapors. Now, generator mod small mixed with unstable generator mixed, the amount of bioenergy that we're going to be gaining back with our Viag zombie is going to give us enough bioenergy to afford our vapor, our nemesis creature, and our liquor regen. We're going to have so much bioenergy constantly building up. Players will have to constantly focus fire on other creatures, otherwise they will not die. They will keep regenerating health. Whenever you have a full army that is constantly regenerating health back, and you try to put a few shots in the zombie, you knock it down, it's going to regen its health back. You have to keep firing on that zombie until it's dead, otherwise it's going to get back up and it's just going to keep coming after you. So yeah, it's a pretty good build. I love the idea of it. This is definitely one of my newest favorite builds to use, and I'll be using it a lot more. So yeah, but I do like Hat Creatures build. It is a very fun build as well, very satisfying to use. I think this is just more of my play style. It's more aggressive, and you can constantly spawn on top of the survivors and constantly attack them. This you have to, it's kind of a setup build. It's a very defensive build of the objective. That's what it is. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. This is more of assault. You go after the survivors. You're constantly hunting them down, switching to cameras, following them, going after the weaker targets. This is definitely a setup build. This is definitely a setup at the objective build. That's what this is. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys have a nice day. Here are the videos with his build and my build. The first video will be his build. The second video will be my build.
We never meant for this to happen.
Alright, here we go. So we're getting ourselves quite an interesting match on Prison with some very high-ranked players. Kind of excited to play this build against some high-ranked players. I haven't really played it against that big of ranks yet, so yeah, we're about to see what goes down.
Not lethal by itself.
Something I've noticed about what you want to do with this build is you kind of want to save up bio energy before you plan your attack. So that way,
I might be able to see something.
I will handle this myself. I cannot sit idly by while you attempt to use that.
and go after January since she's going over here. Gonna save up my bio energy a little bit. Back out also.
It's locked.
Your continued efforts only place humanity in greater danger. Another path fades away from you.
These creatures are gonna go down very easily.
These creatures should never have been made.
Gonna bust
At least they prove useful here. There are more of you alive than my model projected.
Really interesting. They got a really good start because you're going to have 6 minutes and 4 seconds for Area 2 on Prison, which is, in my opinion, a pretty good survivor-sided map.
You may be slightly nearer to freedom, but I will not, cannot let you reach it. Your deaths will be further evidence.
She's gonna go back in the
This
safe
research
room.
and its byproducts are too dangerous for this world.
They got a free kill. Try to push my zombie back. I'm gonna take that zombie.
The door's locked.
William, you can still help me.
I need more ammo.
Sorry guys, I'm not talking that much. I'm trying to concentrate. This is a very hard build to use. So I'm just trying to concentrate. Plus it's late at night, so I'm not going to be doing that as much talking as the last video.
I always had the advantage. Now it is sealed. Just let it take you.
Should just wash her hit my face. It's fine.
This was always the way this would go.
Your heart.
Do not
Well, this is
imagine
nice.
you can make it out in time. Just as expected.
I like it. I like it. Not the strongest in Area 1, but
As much as I
I
predicted.
like it. It's fun.
I calculate your odds of survival at 32.3333%. Repeating, of course. I must use brute force. Then I shall.
If it's here, I'll find it.
Please, accept your demise.
The door's locked. That really wasn't very nice.
Make your peace. I cannot sit idly by while you attempt to use that. Even should you proceed, I will stop you yet. These creatures should never have been made. At least they prove useful here.
I'm out of ammo. I need the things that go in the bullet things. I need the bullet things.
I will handle this myself.
Time to go.
There are more of you alive than my model. Surprised you made it so far. However, I must complete your eradication. Brutish. Sufficient for this task, I believe.
I might be able to see something.
Oh. Messing up, Sam. Messing up. Oh, damn. Didn't get my pencil.
Your deaths will be further evidence.
How dare you
This
flash
research
my
and its
zombie?
byproducts are too dangerous for experiment.
You're gonna get infected. Got that buffs, mate. Get infected much faster, and plus I'm way faster. Nice. Tag team. Good job. Good job, crawling zombie.
Healing over here.
Oh shit.
Must fix this
Wrong
myself.
zombie.
Even as you fight, your end draws closer. Make your peace.
Please, and they'll all be like,
Did get me. I was out of range.
We must put an end to this terrible chapter.
What's up, mate? Nice. Do not touch my bag. You know, having Yorick with regeneration is actually quite nice.
this will teach him to make
Makes him much harder to kill. I mean, he doesn't have a defense, but it's alright. He regenerates health much faster, so it makes it to where they have to target him while I'm dealing with him.
zap.
Must fix this myself.
Took control of the wrong zombie. Okay, Tyrone's got the key. Oh, he might go down. He's not gonna go down.
We got it.
These creatures should never have been made.
Oh,
But at least they'll prove useful here. Just let it take you.
Nice, got the bite.
Each step they take
yeah.
brings you closer to death.
Oh my god, this regeneration is so nice.
Sufficient for this
It's making my
task, I
zombies
believe.
like really hard to kill because all the health they got,
Oh my god, I can
and they regenerate health, so they gotta target my creatures.
You are so close. You may never
Very nice.
escape.
Check.
This will be over soon.
Nice, get an Ivy. That's really good.
There is no escape. This strength will be unstoppable under my
Tyrone is dead.
control.
GG. This is a really fun game.
Just as expected.